Heart's former drummer talks about his favorite 3 albums with the band and a whole bunch more on Rock History Music. What do you think is, with your time in Heart, what are the 3 best albums?
Little Queen, Dog and Butterfly, and I think the first, I only played 2 songs on the first album. I think the first album's got a lot of really good stuff on it, though. I don't know, between, it'd probably be Baby Lestrange, I would say.
Okay, I did.
Played on Sing Child and White Lightning and Wine.
I like that song.
Yeah. Yeah, most of it was done when I first, and Mike Flicker had a couple of drummers that he would just use, and he thought they would be cheaper, better to just use the guys, I guess, while they're trying to find a drummer, while the band was trying to find a drummer. The drummer that they were playing with at the time played Magic Man, if I remember right. The guy that, when I saw them at a club, he was the drummer that was playing with them.
Okay, hold on. What's your impressions? The impressions is that the Fisher Brothers really had a lot to do with the early success of the band, but then they were lost in the shuffle. Do you have opinions on that?
Lost in the Shuffle. Well, Lost in the Shuffle is a really, really abbreviated, simplified way to put that. Yeah, I mean, Mike Fisher, he certainly was an influence, and he also was our sound guy. That I think he really did a nice job on a lot of stuff. Sometimes I think he got the best drum sound from me live that I ever got. Raj, again, because of his quirkiness, and his technique on the guitar was sort of an offshoot of that. He came up with really interesting ideas. Very, he still does. He's very unusual as his playing style and just what his brain hears. That's how Mistral Wind. I mean, so many songs that he had a thing that he would overlay into the song that it was just right. You know, it just worked. He was very good at that. So
when's the last time you played with him?
Well, I really played with Raj. I haven't played, let's see. Done some recording with him on some of his projects, and he and I, some other guys, had a thing called Clever Bastards we were trying to do for a while. It was a good band, and but it just sort of blew up. The band blew up. So,
did you consider Heart to be, when Ann and Nancy joined? I mean, I know they joined 2 years apart, but what was the vibe like when, for instance, Ann joined? Was it Roger that brought her in? Was he dating her then? Like, what was? I don't know the story.
No, what happened was Roger and I had, we had a band called Heart.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Roger was dating Nancy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We had, and this was back and we were living around Seattle, and the other people in the band decided that they didn't want to play with us anymore. They quit. So we put an ad in the paper, and we needed a drummer, a vocalist, and another guitar player. And Ann was the vocalist, one of the vocalists that answered the ad. And along with Ann, she had a friend that was a drummer, another male lead vocalist, Gary Humphreys, who was actually extremely great singer too. And then Ann, and then another friend of ours, a guy named Nick Echo. And we put that band together. It was a total cover band just to make money. It was called Hocus Pocus. And at the time, Roger and I had been out of work for a while, so we needed to make money to catch up on our debts and our bills and stuff. So, and one of our goals was to, get this band, get us out of debt so we can have a fresh start anyway. And it all worked out. It was kind of organic, like I said in the beginning. And, and Ann was, at the time she was kind of she was more a folk type musician. You've probably heard that before.
Yeah.
And she, a lot of the stuff that we did was like, Dusty Springfield, and she did a Long and Winding Road by McCartney, and it's kind of a slower, more mellow stuff. And then the other guys in the band took up more of the rock singing, but she did all the classic stuff. She did Janis Joplin. And
what was your impression of her when you first heard her?
Oh, I thought she was great, and I liked her attitude and her. She was nice, of course, nice and friendly and everything. But and we'd never played with females before, so it was only males. And I thought, well, this is kind of cool. And what a find. You're at have an ad in the newspaper, and Ann Wilson, who turns out to be one of the greatest singers ever in rock, answers your ad, and then you get to spend the next 10 years making music with her, which was nice.
I hope you really enjoyed that. I want to address the fact that it looks like I have a black eye, but I just got a big mole removed from the top of my eye, and then a secondary one over here. So it looks like I've been in a bad bar fight. The doctor was very kind, and it doesn't hurt. If you want to support the channel, remember the 2 Ps, Patreon and PayPal. If you join our Patreon, you'll get early access to all our videos. And if you simply want to make a donation, you can make one right now. The links are at the top of the description on PayPal. Buy a t-shirt, subscribe to the channel, like our videos, and of course, comment on them as well, and share them on social media. We'd appreciate that.